Greetings, awakened masters of the universe. Angelic team of 144, rising up, waking up, bringing in and anchoring the higher dimensional codes and frequencies 5D, 7D, 9D, and beyond. Walela, been with us all day, the sacred hummingbird which is connected to our 12D Venusian lineage and to our Lemurian nation. The sacred hummingbird is also connected to our sisterhood of the roses, every color, every nation, the rainbow tribes, the rainbow nations, every color, every shape, every form that comprises the empire of love, in which my sacred condor, my queen, and I are assisting and manifesting for all humanity, along with all of you listening. And remember, through our I Am presence, we manifest all things. For I am the way, the truth, and the life. The way is the Tao, source, nature, the universe, the cosmos, infinitely expanding creator source, the unborn mind of Buddha, all fingers pointing to the same moon, the moon symbolizing enlightenment or realizing your true nature. Ignorance is ignoring your own brilliance, the brilliance of the bright light, the brilliant, radiant light of the I Am presence, which is pure awareness, as simple as that. Let's not complicate things. The human monkey mind likes to do that, make things complex, make the simple things more complex than they need to be. I could come on here every day and just say, I am the resurrection and the life, and that is all that is needed. But we look at the truth from many different angles, many different sources, all pointing to the same one eternal truth that is beyond words, that is the source of the I Am presence, which is unknowable, we call the great mystery, because it is beyond thought, beyond feeling, beyond words, beyond concepts. But know that I am that I am, where the fingers point. And in that still center, the 0 point, in the silence, the stillness, resides the truth, that all gnosis leads to, true knowledge. And know that we came here through this final omega point, the alpha beginning, omega end. It's the end of ends, it's the end of the cycle within cycles, to a new beginning of the new earth, heaven on earth, 5D manifest into the 3D. And that is living in your eternal bliss consciousness. Now I'm happy, now I'm happy, now I'm happy. Happiness is having a happy thought right now. So think of what brings you joy, what brings you bliss, what you are passionate about, and live from that joy and bliss. And be kind to all that you come in contact with, and show compassion to the world, and shine your light brightly into the night, into the void. Just because we can. For we came here on this great mission together of ascension, the ascension of Gaia and all of her children, which is all living beings. And through it all, through all the suffering, the pain, the distortion, we did it. We kept shining our light. We kept loving each other. We kept loving the earth, Pachamama, Gaia, all her children, all living beings. Every tribe of every nation, our elders, our crystal children, our brothers and sisters on the earth, the animal kingdom, the sky nations, the star nations, they know who we are. We made a great sacrifice to be here, and what comes out of this mission is gonna be well worth it. And we are at the precipice, the culminating point of the compression breakthrough, breaking through into heaven on earth. Through the love, the bliss, and the light that is within, that is infinite and eternal. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, here we go. So we're going to start with these intense energies coming in as usual. Every day we're being bombarded with these higher frequency, these plasma waves, these higher dimensional frequencies, energies. It is resonance, it is sound frequency, it is the light. The sound of light. We had today a 17 hertz manifestation on the Schumann chart, 17 coming through all day. Also 3773, today being the 17th. Happy St. Patrick's Day to those that observe this day, that celebrate St. Patrick. It is the luck of the Irish. It is the green, the heart chakra. And synchronically today, the release of the global people's monetary system through Rick Jewers and his people was released. You can go to the website gpms.world and sign, put your autographs, your signature that you want to manifest financial freedom and abundance for all living beings. And we uploaded today to our Prime Disclosure YouTube channel the interview with our Divine Bro Stars of the Light, Michael Whitefeather and Rick Jewers, about the official launch of the Global People's Monetary System. So go there and check that out, and then go to the website and put your signature in to let the universe, to let Source know that yes, we are done with the Babylonian debt slavery system, and we all desire and want financial freedom, independence, abundance for all living beings. We're done with the game of separation and us versus them and all that nonsense to keep us down, to keep us weak. But no, we have the courage of the lion within us. Corleone, the heart of the lion. The dark corrupted everything. We are turning it back to the light. And we are winning. Love has won. But it is up to us for the final shift, for the event energies. We are the event, and that is living from our I am presence, which is the love that is within. Christ equals love equals light. It is the same. There is no separation. There is no greater than, less than. Love is all that is real. Everything else is an illusion. But we can play with the illusion, and we can manifest through these energies. We call the chi, the life force, the energy of the universe. It's infinite, always in a state of flux. So it is up to us, with our intelligence, with our mind, with our intent, and our pure awareness, that we manifest the great beauty that this world can be. Okay, where were we? We're jumping timelines here. So the Global People's Monetary System 222 coming in. I'd like to also let you know that at the very end of today's transmission is a very powerful invocation of the Archangelic Legion, the Angels of Light. So be sure to stick around to the very end of today's transmission. And also for our team on Patreon, I uploaded today a powerful activation from a sacred portal with one of our lightning struck crystal elementals. So be sure to check that out, and you can join us on patreon.com/Prime Disclosure. We also have several other powerful activations from a couple portals, one a very powerful waterfall, and another with the higher dimensionals coming through the sacred smoke of our sage, our brother sage. We'll talk now a little bit from an update from S.A. Smith with these energies that are incoming, these intense energies incoming due to solar storms from a large coronal hole that just became Earth-facing. A quick weather update. We're in for some interesting energies from now through the 23rd. A very large coronal hole, aka a big sunspot, has just turned Earth-facing. This puppy is huge. Expect bigger solar storms and upticks in earthquakes and volcanic activity. We already have a large CME released today. I haven't checked to see if that's Earth-facing or not, but I will update you once I have more information on that. We have at least 3 days before it'll hit. Right now we are experiencing big solar storms with high wind speeds that are knocking around the energies. Expect this to last most of the night. Lots of body pressure with these storms. Listen to you during these incoming days. Rest as necessary, and enjoy the upgrades from agirlintheuniverse.com. And over the last 24 hours, we had 145 M1.5 or greater earthquakes. The most powerful just occurred 26 minutes ago. It's 5:30 p.m. PST. So about 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we had this powerful activation in the sacred portal of Algeria, Africa, sacred lands of Africa in the north. This is a 6.0. Bejaia in the Atlas Mountains. And remember, Atlas symbolized one of the Titans, the leader of the Titans, who in their war against Zeus when they were defeated, was condemned to carry the heavens upon his shoulder. It's like the weight of the world on the shoulders. And this is the release of feeling like we're being weighed down by the world, because in the heavens and on the earth, I alone am the world-honored one. That is the I Am Presence. That's what Buddha stated upon his enlightenment. He realized that I am the world and the world is me. There is no separation. I am source and source is me. This is a mirror. This is a reflection. The internal is the external the internal. That's why in the Heart Sutra, one of the most famous sutras of Buddhism, we say, Avalokitesvara saw that the 5 skandhas are empty, meaning the senses in its true state is emptiness. And that emptiness is converted into the form of the sight, the sound, the taste, all these sensory perceptions, because the whole world is what we perceive it to be. So it is up to us to see through the I Am Presence that I manifest perfection this day and every day. In the Algerian activations today, we had the most powerful 6.0, and we also had a 4.7 activation. This is one of the most northern points of the continent of Africa, in Algeria, right on the coast, the Mediterranean, in the Atlas Mountains, the sacred mountains of the north, which flow through Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia. Powerful energies here, powerful portals. We're feeling it. Most of the activations today were again on the Ring of Fire, and then there were several scattered outside the ring, but this is the divine feminine energy. Early today, Papua New Guinea on the Ring of Fire 5.2, Dominican Republic with the Atlantean, the divine masculine 3.4, Fiji 4.4, very deep 583, multiple activations again. In Russia 4.4, we had 4.6, Japan 5.0, Kazakhstan, which is in the sacred portal on the border of China and Kazakhstan, in the Tian Shan Mountains. Tian Shan means celestial mountain. This is right on the border of China and Kazakhstan here, which was part at one time the Mongolian Empire. We had another activation, multiple in Russia, 4.6, 4.9, 4.8, 4.7, Philippines 4.7, Pahala, Hawaii in the center, the heart of Lemuria, just south of the Tropic of Cancer, with a 3.2 activation. Southeast Alaska, right across from Russia, with the activations there, 3.3. Volcano, Hawaii, another activation in the heart, 3.3. West Haven, Moonstone, California, 3.6. Indonesia, 4.9. Aleutian Island, the crown of Lemuria, 4.7. Banda Sea, 4.5. Puerto Rico, 3.4. Indonesia, 4.8. The 4.7 in Algeria, then a 4.3 Russia, and then the 6.0, the most powerful. And this took place right at 36.917 latitude, 5.206 longitude, at 04 UTC. And then we had another powerful activation in Russia, also on the Ring of Fire, right on the coast, with a 5.0 activation. And this was 54.718 latitude, 163.535 latitude, 3535, the 8.8 of the Royal Lions, the Lyran Nation. And it's also part of this divine goddess energy coming in right on the coast there, just below the Aleutian Basin, the Bering Sea, and the Northern Pacific. We also have many volcanoes going off. I think the last I read was 52 active volcanoes right now, most of them also on the Ring of Fire. As this energy is rising, lifting, these are all releases, these are all higher dimensional frequency activation, portal opening, many things going on through this ascension process. Now we begin today again with the Sabian symbols. Right now the moon at 17 degrees, 17 minutes Taurus. There we have the 17 again, 1717 of the 8.8. The Lion's Gate, the Royal Lion symbolism. The double toroidal field, which is the Merkaba. The sun at 27 degrees, 32 minutes Pisces. There we have the 73 into the 37. Heaven on earth. the current Sabian symbol for the sun at 28 degrees Pisces, a fertile garden under the full moon. And today, the Sabian symbol for the moon at 18 degrees Taurus, a woman airing an old bag through a sunny window, from astrologyweekly.com. And now for the sacred card, my sacred condor pulled from the deck of Your Path Through the Enchanted Forest from Linnea Weatherstone. The card she pulled today was Seeker of Boons. The Seeker of Boons has set out on a treasure hunt to a part of the forest where rumor has it precious gemstones can be found. She takes her time, searching carefully and methodically. Her quests are well planned, and she always wears her trusty belt of tools and good stout boots. The ground here is thick with gnarled roots, so she needs to move slowly, but that's what she likes best anyway. If this card doesn't represent a particular person, it can mean a need to slow down and pay attention to details, lest you miss something important. It can also offer reassurance that even though a desired outcome hasn't arrived yet, you're on the right track. Character traits: good humor, steadiness, dependability, practical and patient, earthy, adventurous in a modest way. Shadow traits: a warrior, takes on too much, hard to roust out of habits, can be a bit plodding. And the Seeker of Boon meaning a thing that is helpful or beneficial, a favor or request. So this is seeking something that will benefit ourselves and all of humanity. This is service to the collective now. We're in this time of co-creating the new earth. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Victoria Lillian Quest. Major recalibration experience now. Stand strong. Focus with love. Sleep when you feel it suddenly coming over you. We are receiving our cellular and light body reboot. My love to humanity, Victoria. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Sophia Love. It is the one. Nothing but the Ascension takes precedence now. For all of your aspects, every one of your timelines and dimensions, all eyes, hearts, and energetic impulses are focused right here, right now, on this very moment, which you are creating now. This life, your life in 2021. For this is the most glorious culmination of collective love, an outpouring of generational, universal intent, a brilliant force of cosmic light. This moment is unique. The build-up to its eventual completion is something not before seen, for the dark have done their part, and so completely, and in such a spectacular display of stubborn refusal to submit, that this time is unlike any other in dramatic expression, violent display, and absolute breathtaking conviction of role, each pair of shoes firmly embedded in their chosen spot in the sand. The reveal is poised to be spectacular, for this is a performance really. While it continues, you are focused on good guys and bad guys, rescues and heroes, hurts and triumphs, sinners and saints. At its completion, the masks and costumes come off, the real source and identity of each player in full reveal. You are not dealing with only humans, but mostly humans. There are identities that will surprise you. There are still, and at this late date, actors and roles and reveals that will shock you. Shock meaning that you'll find them to be completely unexpected. For this has been the most magnificent performance conducted by masters. These masters surround you now. It will ask you to look around today and see that. It will ask you to look beyond the mask. One of the more challenging and even difficult components of full awareness will soon be apparent. It all gets swept up in oneness. It is then that while still playing the part, the human role you embody now, you will look around and realize that those you have hated, vilified, honored, and praised are absolutely cut from one cloth. They spring from one source. It is the same source you are. You are one. Once you are able to take the perspective of willing participant rather than victim, you will begin to realize the full range of your being. These are words that perhaps sound hollow to your human ears. You live right now in a world gone mad and as part of an oppressed slave race. Yes, this is your current role. It is not your only role, nor has it been always on the side of the light. You have participated at every level and all sides. As a master, you have committed yourself to excellence. The exquisite result of your efforts waits for you right now. It peeks around the corner, its brilliance unable to be contained or diminished by the dark. For you are the masters of the universe, putting on right now a magnificent performance for us all as one. You volunteered for this final act and were chosen for this final act. It is the Super Bowl of Ascension events, and its players are in top form and ready. Imagine the store of energy that builds for this culmination. Thousands of years of oppression and frustration and suppression. The massive force of your emotions thus propel this Ascension event. Do you see why this moment, even this moment, is created by you? It has always been you. The pain, the glory, and the decision to finally bring it to a close is all yours. Dear, dear precious human, this life in shackles that you are seeing and breaking out of now is merely one of many, many, many experiences. Experiences you've completed to gain perspective and to perfect love. Throughout them all you've built muscle and honed technique, delving deep into each nuance possible. All so that you would know without separation what it is to be alive. You've played your roles with gusto and still do today, as immersion feeds you with knowledge and sensitivity. You are masters, perfecting your craft. You are here to create worlds. Thank you. Note, so much came through with this huge downloads of visuals and emotions, seeing all of us as masters, orchestrating both sides like puppet masters almost without strings. Saw from ancient to modern times a collective buildup of horror and pain, and what that builds to, the power of that, the force of that, the brilliance of that. Words aren't enough to encapsulate the accumulation and its intent. I saw generations, civilizations, angels, multiple races, ancestors and brethren from the stars, all watching, smiling together, and right here with us. A we've got your back cushion of absolute pure love. Magnificent doesn't do it justice. We are not alone, not by a long shot. What happens next is fueled by every lifetime, every role, by the all that is. It is epic. Sophia from sophialove.org. And now from Divine Bro Star of the Light, Pars Kute, a huge sonic plasma wave went through our planet on March 16th, 2021. Everything is moving. This continuing high-frequency energy, higher dimensional divine light, is raising the consciousness of every living being on our planet, enhancing our planet's leaps in consciousness, and harnessing the power of creation in our new 5D Earth, a massive cosmic wave of timeline connection, astoundingly powerful as the Christ line is energized. Can you feel the things are really moving and changing? With sacred love of one, Pars Kute, today from Divine Sister of the Light, Carolyn, servant of Yahweh. Sacrifices for the Holy Grail has ended. No longer do you need to facilitate the cleansing and purification of your ancestors and the collective to bring heaven to earth. We have commenced a new cycle of stability, abundance, and connection with our bright morning star. Revelation 22:16. I, Jesus, have sent mine angel to testify unto you these things in the churches. I am the root and the offspring of David, and the bright and morning star. As God's chosen children of Israel, we have helped fulfill prophecy with our covenant God to birth new heaven, new earth, and new Jerusalem. This prophecy has been fulfilled etherically for our King and the divine masculine Christ. Collectively they are moving away from emotional heartbreak and the betrayal of adultery, reborn. Revelation 17:14. There we have the 17 code again, of source energy, the quantum. These will wage war against the Lamb, and the Lamb will overcome them, because he is Lord of lords and King of kings, and those who are with him are called and chosen and faithful. The Omega Stargate portal of the Holy Grail has expanded in consciousness, bringing great freedom and rewards from the Divine Mother, Shekinah. She can now enter into the consciousness of the Divine Feminine Christ and galactivate her consciousness with the wisdom of Shekinah. This raptures the Divine Feminine Christ out of repeated karmic cycles of heartbreak, reborn. The galactic rose is free and is entering Mars. The Sisterhood of the Rose's ascension is happening, bringing new life force energy of the Holy Ghost into the root chakra. She will rise up the chakra energy body to rebirth the Holy Grail into the new golden ratio life cycle and blueprint embodying Christ 144. Congratulations, first fruits. All praises to the Most High, in Jesus Christos' name. Amen. And from the order of the star, the great shift is now. We are living during extraordinary times. So very many are asking the same question these days. What is happening around us? We live in a time of accelerated change and transformation. We see severe climate change and species dying off. We see the corruption in banking, politics, governments, and religions around the world. We see fear, anger, and hopelessness in our communities. Greed, poverty, violence, and injustice are predominant characteristics of our civilization. What on earth is happening? Mother Earth and her inhabitants are undergoing a fundamental, evolutionary change. A change that many of us will experience firsthand in this lifetime. Some call it the Kali Yuga, Age of Aquarius, or the New Golden Age. Others refer to this unfolding event as the turning of the age or a great shift in consciousness that was foretold long, long ago. Ancient Hopi prophecies speak of purification days and rebirths in consciousness. This is an exciting time to be present on the earth. It is a time filled with unparalleled opportunities for spiritual growth. The ancients understood time as circular rather than linear. Yin and yang, the feminine and masculine aspects of the universe, vibrate and spiral in a sacred dance, giving birth to the sonic pulse of the cosmos. Yin and yang ebb and flow, creating the cycle of time. Behind the cycle of time lies an ongoing evolution of consciousness. Just as a tree has annual cycles of growth and retreat but continues to grow year after year, so all things have an inner growth process in which consciousness continues to develop through life after life. The civilization process goes through 4 eras or ages. Like the 4 seasons in our year, there are 4 stages to humanity's evolution in the full cycle. Each cycle has distinct themes and spiritual lessons for humanity. Ancient astrology places humanity under the legendary 4 ages, the Golden, Silver, Bronze, and Iron Ages. We find this belief in world ages among the Greeks as well as the Hindus. In Sanskrit, these are called the Yugas, or world ages of Satya, the first, Treta, the second, Dwapara, the third, and Kali, the fourth. After the world fall at the end of the 4th, worst age, the Kali Yuga, the cycle starts again. The purpose of this great shift, we are told, is to establish a new era, a golden age of peace and harmony on the earth plane, so that humanity may experience unconditional love in ways it cannot yet comprehend. The current upheaval in society must occur. Destruction is part of creation. We live in a world of endless cycles. We are quite literally witnesses and participants in the shift from an old paradigm into a new world. We are part of the emerging consciousness, and the signs are everywhere. It is here now, and we all have a part to play in it. The Earth is also moving through a photon belt. We are receiving on our planet more light, more photons than we have in many thousands of years. Remember that whole field of light, divine intelligence, source energy I'm always talking about? Well, this photon belt is really amplifying the intensity of this inescapable merging with light. We are moving towards light, whether or not you are ready. Our sensitivities, DNA, brains, and bodies are evolving. We have access to more information and realms of intelligence beyond what was previously accessible in the last 25,000 years. We are at the dawn of the Aquarian Age, another reason we are seeing so many vast changes in technology and globalization. This particular shift in ages is radical, not incremental. This time period is about awareness, energy, open communication, sharing, transparency, and information. At the onset, so much information in myriad forms is affronting the nervous, neurological, and physiological systems with such force that in coalescence with socio-political instability, many have lost their ways. We need to upgrade our perception and self-care practices to be centered and able during this moment in humanity's history. Staying in a place of the heart and soul should become the new norm. Remember, we are the ones we've been waiting for. And now, from the Archangelic calendar. Gaia is in Xerxes' will. Xerxes, our galaxy, acts upon the infinite universe's will. The current setting element is water spirit, aka the galactic currents. This dominant vibration will metaphorically carry many to the proper shorelines and drown the others in its intensity. The momentum originates from days prior, but its ripple is just catching up with reality today. A massive swing and trajectory is here, and its presence is evident on every level of existence. We are being watched closely from the sky as this transition happens. The energy signatures we are giving off are profound and have changed our galaxy in many profound ways. Simultaneous existence is commonplace as many of us are becoming actively aware of the alternative timelines in which we currently exist. Timelines are going nuts, merging, flipping, running, reversing, skipping, appearing and disappearing, etc. We are segregating our energy from the former standard macro, and this will cause quantum anomalies, most of which will make those unaware of this very uncomfortable. Some say Earth is moving into a 5D reality. For our legions, we have been here for some time. It is not necessarily wrong information, it's just outdated for us. 5D reality can coexist with all sorts of other dimensional realities simultaneously. It is the same way at the times of Atlantis. You had pockets of an advanced reality, but the world was in the dark for the most part. The move to a higher way of life is not universal and across the board. It is on a case-by-case basis in every possible jurisdiction. Our reality should have an augmented feeling because we are upgrading on every level. This upgrade will cause anomalies, which will eventually become an everyday occurrence. The 3-day reset was 3 archangelic days. Test results for the second wave are complete. The test of given power has almost no passing grades. Archangel Nayael's leadership tests have less than optimal results, but did have a few standouts. In all fairness, not many took these tests. Hook, line, and sinker. Game over. Engineering and 5D news. Listen for the silent echo, which is not very loud audibly, but is very loud metaphysically and speaks volumes about our reality's status. The silent echo means the upper realms are free from roadblocks, and our communications are more effective than ever before. It's like having an open channel to communicate with no other interference, which was never possible previously. The Eden feeling is back. It feels like a fullness that satisfies every part of yourself. The setting will walk us into the hyper-focused attention of infinitely expanding Creator Source and has all the bells and whistles attached. The divide on earth is not man versus woman, good versus evil, nor rich versus poor, nor the ridge is higher consciousness versus those in the darkness of ignorance. Many can blame their issues on the male-female dynamic in a relationship, but it is always a matter of consciousness. If the consciousness doesn't match, nothing else will. The vernacular must change, and the blanketed perceptions must honor actual parameters, not happenstance. That being said, at a certain level of existence, all is one. We see many dominant streams of sacred feminine energy, which hopes to provide an excellent balance for all of reality in all dimensions. The sacred masculine energy is becoming more intense as intense situations occur. The detoxing of the powers from the senior guard has begun. Do not mind the moons coming and going. Our Anunnaki friends have made some adjustments to our primary satellite. They are about to embark on Gaia. Only light can chase away the darkness, but together they can destroy the virus that has inflicted man. Healing can only work when the cause of the hurt is not present. We have been preparing you for the understanding that light, creation, and dark destruction work for the will of love. The removal of the virus is the priority to all sides, as it is clear to all that we cannot continue with this affliction. The imagination realm is a place we all frequent. It is the practice area for our real-time creations and metaphysical abilities. Many get trapped in this realm and never leave because they never raise enough emotion or understanding to do so. The tools and the assignments for today are in the link in the description below. This is from thearchangeliccalendar.com. And now today from Divine Sistar of the Light Leah, White Horse, Lua Astrology. Venus in Pisces, semi-square Saturn in Aquarius. Sweet Venus and idealistic Pisces fill us full of dreams, but wise teacher Saturn presses us to keep one foot in reality. You may have money worries, relationship issues, or feel unhappy with your lot, but don't let your concerns take all the joy out of life. The future is not as bleak as your doubts would have you believe. Address any nagging unhappiness to see whether it is a passing mood or a symptom of a deeper issue. Get real about matters of love and money. Reframe difficulties as valuable opportunities for growth. Patch up your lifeboat. Yes, it's time for the rose-colored spectacles to come off, but the world is still full of color. There are dandelions pushing through concrete, flower petals and puddles. Greet trials head-on with grace. Recognize the potential inherent in any obstacle. Some discomfort now may pay dividends later. From LeahWhitehorse.com. Today from the Tzolk'in Times, Kin 9-3, Red Lunar Skywalker. Lunar is the name for the number 2, and its keywords are polarize, challenge, and stabilize. The second day of a wave spell is all about identifying the obstacles in your path. The success of this 13-day journey depends a lot on how well you prepare for it. A crucial part of that is understanding what challenges there are to face. You can't fix problems if you don't know what they are. Today is Red Skywalker, which represents space, explore, and wakefulness. The Skywalker has a great sense of adventure and has a lot of courage, sometimes even daring. On these days, we all can try to sum up courage and get adventurous, but as it is a challenging day, be careful Skywalker doesn't lead you on a wild goose chase. So use caution, but don't let that put you off of going on an adventure. Today from Divine Sistar of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio, Red Lunar Skywalker, Kin 93, 17 March 2021, Exploring Polarity, 17-3-2021 equals 17-3-5 equal 8-8 equals 16 equals 7. We have the 17, the 8-8, and the 73. Heaven on earth. 8-8, infinite abundance portal. 17, immortality, legacy. 8, abundance, infinity, source flow. 3, Holy Trinity, joy, creativity. 5, liberation, change, freedom, transformation. 7, magic, mystic, spiritual initiation. Kin 9-3 equal 12 equal 3, Holy Trinity code. Gap, galactic activation, portal day, extra intensity. A potent day of legacy and contemplation of your divine mission, choosing greater service. A powerful day of exploration and adventure in order to harmonize any challenges to soul expansion. Day 2 in the yellow human wave spell of wisdom, influence, intelligence, free will, and abundance. Today is a day where we need to explore in order to learn what else is possible for us. Tone of creation, lunar tone 2 in the physical realm. The lunar tone represents the sacred twins, cooperation, relationship, polarity of male and female, and duality. Its action polarizes, power challenges, essence stabilizing. Yesterday we magnetized and attracted spiritual energy, and today we anchor that energy in our physical bodies. The lunar tone may also reveal challenges in order to recognize and release anything stopping us from expanding into new horizons. Today's question is, how can I find a balance between feeling safe and secure and expanding into new territory, free from limitations? Planes, trains, and automobiles. Note, if today your Gregorian birthday, that is the 17th of March 2021, get ready to pack your bags, grab your supplies, and off you go. You have an exciting year of discovering greater wisdom through exotic adventures. Lots of travel, adventure, movement, and exploration ahead. Time to renew your frequent flyer membership. No barriers to infinite adventure. Divine blessings for exploring new places and spaces to find your true bliss. In Lakek Alakin, Christina White, Magnetic World Bridger, Kin 66. Kin 9-3, Red Lunar Skywalker. The mantra, the code for today is, I polarize in order to explore. Stabilizing wakefulness. I seal the output of space. With the lunar tone of challenge, I am guided by the power of life force. I am a galactic activation portal. Enter me. And on this powerful day of galactic activations, beloved beings of light, let us know in the comments below what you're experiencing, what you're feeling, your dreams, your visions, and your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notification on future updates. And as always, we have a link in the description below the video to the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, Prime Disclosure. We have over 1,000, somewhere around 1,200 transmissions archived on our website, many articles and many other things that you can view. Now, I'd like to thank everyone for your financial support on Patreon and your donations, your pledges and donations. We rely on these donations and pledges for us to bring this work to the world daily, for our daily living expenses, and ultimately, when we reach a certain level, to be able to manifest the first spiritual healing center in Washington State. So slowly but surely, we're getting there, one day at a time, one pledge at a time. And we are now about halfway to our first goal, which is our daily living expenses. So I appreciate all of you and your support. I'd like to welcome and thank Divine Sister of the Light Casey Krieger for your pledge and support on Patreon. And we'd like to also thank Divine Sister of the Light Shala for raising your pledge on Patreon today. If you'd like to support our work and our mission, you can make a pledge, patreon.com/Prime Disclosure. Like I said earlier, we uploaded a special gift, several activations from several portals in Washington State. So check those out. Also, if you haven't yet, check out our 33-day discourses of the I Am Presence in Saint Germain. Now, I'd like to also thank Divine Sister of the Light, Alexandra Gatto, for your donation today. We also have a link in the description if you'd like to make a one-time donation. The pledges on Patreon are monthly, starting at $5 a month. Now, I'd also like to thank everyone for supporting my Sacred Condors art business on Etsy. She added a couple new goddess totems and healing bracelets to her page, so you can check those out at lunagoddessart.com. Now, we'd like to end today's transmission with this powerful invocation of the Archangels shared by Divine Sister Judith Kusel. Invocation of the Archangels. Invocations are a powerful and sacred way of calling forward the presence and support of mighty beings such as angels, archangels, and ascended masters. We can make an angel or an archangel invocation and call the mighty beings of light to us and into our aura. As invocations are very powerful and sacred, they should be done mindfully, when we are quiet and still. They are even more powerful if done with a group. I now invoke the Archangel Michael to stand at my right-hand side. I ask him to pour courage and strength into me and bring about positive results to my endeavors. I now request that he cuts all negative cords and attachments with his sword. I ask that he places the blue cloak of protection over my shoulders, the hood over my crown chakra, and zips it up from under my feet right up to my chin, so that only that which is of the highest and purest light may enter my aura. Pause for a moment so that Archangel Michael can complete his work and communicate anything he wishes to you. I now invoke Archangel Gabriel to stand on my left-hand side in his pure white ray. I ask that he pours his pure white energy into my aura and brings me guidance about my next step or my pathway. I ask that the symbols of my life's mission be illumined and activated now. Please bring joy, grace, clarity, understanding, generosity, discipline, and order into my life. I now invoke the mighty Archangel Uriel to stand in front of me and fill my aura with his purple and gold ray of wisdom and peace. Help me to soothe all conflict in my life and replace it with brotherhood and sisterhood, higher understanding and serenity. Please break my mental and emotional chains and free me from all my fears. I now invoke the mighty Archangel Raphael of the Emerald Ray to stand behind me. I ask that he pour healing and abundance consciousness into me. I ask for protection on my journeys and that I am impressed with justice, truth, and vision. I now invoke Archangel Shamuel of the Pink Ray to expand the flame of love in my heart. Please help me find compassion and forgiveness for myself and for everyone I have ever harmed knowingly or unknowingly. I ask that my heart be opened at a personal and cosmic level. Please open my heart and soul to ever greater levels of love and being a pure channel for love to this world. I now invoke the mighty Archangel Jophiel to pour the golden light of wisdom and illumination onto me through my crown center. I ask that his wisdom light up and inspire my mind, helping me to learn and teach at the highest level. I ask that the symbols of wisdom I have accumulated throughout my lifetimes be lit up and activated now. I ask that he clears the energy in and around me, my home and my workspace. Please clear the energy within and around me. Clear my thoughts so that I can only think beautiful and positive thoughts. I now invoke the mighty Archangel Zadkiel of the violet ray of mercy, joy, and transmutation to pour the violet flame into my aura. I ask for all my negativity to be released and dissolved and replaced with joy, diplomacy, and tolerance. With acknowledgement to Diana Cooper School of Angels and Ascension from JudithKusel.com. So we'd like to thank you, beloved being of light, for joining us on this great mission together, this great ascension process. Thank you all very much for your support and for shining your light brightly into the night. 1122 coming in, 8585, which is the 1313, the fourth sacred portal to my sacred condor. Have a beautiful and blessed day of awakening, transformations, transmutations. We are in the times of the transfiguration, for I am the resurrection and the life. I am the transfiguration. I transform, I transfigure, I ascend through the presence, the awareness of my I am, here now, in this body, where I always am, the body of the Christos, of the cosmos, Christ consciousness, cosmic consciousness, here now, through this quantum leap, from Homo sapien to Homo luminous, infinite, eternal beings of light. Keep shining your brilliant, radiant light into the night, into the void. The eagle and the condor love you all. Namaste.